In today's video, I'm going to show you how you guys can hit cleaner just by changing one thing. Also, if you want to hit with more topspin, you're going to have a better sensation and less shanking the ball or hitting with the frame. So let's get right to it. So normally when we hit a ball, we always try to aim to go from low to high, right? Just like this. So when we do this, as you can see, my racket face opens up, and in that case, the ball will go up, right? Yes, in that case, you will hit decently clean, but the ball will go straight up. Now, if you're approaching the ball with a closed racket, but you're still leading it from low to high, it is a very high probability that you will hit either the top frame or the bottom frame, right? So depends on the speed of the ball. If you catch it perfectly, sure, but the slower it is, that's how you might frame it. Now, how do we avoid that? To avoid that, you have to try to make your swing more into the ball. You don't want to hit straight flat, but what you want to do is you want to get your racket head, your racket face a little bit under the ball. That way you'll still have some room for the ball to have some spin on it. When you're approaching the ball with your racket and you're swinging from low to high, it is really often that you go up before you make contact, and that's why you barely clip the ball with the bottom of your racket. Also, if you look at the racket face, whenever you hit in the exact middle, it's like a trampoline. Here, the feeling will be the most satisfying, and here the feeling will be as if you're like softer and smoother, I would say. Everywhere closer to the frame, the strings are not as elastic, they don't bend as much, so the feeling will be a little bit more rough. It's the same as jumping on a trampoline. When you jump, if you have ever done it, when you jump in the middle, you can kind of feel how easy it is to throw you up, but when you jump on the sides closer to where it's attached to the metal part, there it doesn't give you as much of a bouncy effect. So the same happens with the strings. Whenever you're hitting a ball and the ball stays longer on your racket face, that's when you get the best feeling and the best control. The longer the ball stays on your racket, the more control and the more topspin you can give. So that means if you lift your racket and you clip the ball with the bottom of your racket, now you cannot give it topspin because it's gonna end up in your frame. That's how you frame it. Or you can also not hit just as hard because here the strings will not give you such big of an output. That's why whenever you approach the ball with your racket head, you should always try to approach it a little bit higher than the middle. That way, as you hit, the ball will go into the middle, and here it will leave it, so it will give you the most effect from your strings. It will bounce off, giving you the most amount of power. You can give the most amount of spin with it that way, and the feeling will be the most satisfying. You will feel as if you're hitting a very, very clean shot. So again, no matter you hit forehand or backhand, always try to approach the ball with your racket head in a way that you're hitting from a little bit, you're making contact a little bit higher than the center if you are trying to spin the ball. If you're trying to hit it absolutely flat, then you should just go straight into the ball. All right, it's the same on the backhand side, so you would want to approach it a little bit under right here, or if you're hitting flat, you would want to go straight ahead into the ball. Whenever you're swinging from low to high, you must make sure that you're still swinging into the ball no matter what. That's why lowering your racket head with your wrist a little bit here to then lift it and making your swing a little bit more vertical makes it easier. All right, one little problem that you might run into if you're hitting a lot from low to high is if you approach the ball from the bottom and now you can only hit it up, because then you have to open your racket face in order to have a clean shot. If you don't open your racket face and you're approaching from the bottom, it's a high possibility that you will hit either the top frame or the bottom frame, because it is very difficult to time the ball and the speed in a way that you will meet it exactly in the spot that you want. So if you're a beginner and you want to keep it simple, make sure to have your swing more vertical into the ball by lowering your racket head under it so that you meet it a little bit higher than the middle, and then you do your full shot. Try that simple advice. Get your racket head under the ball, meet the ball a little bit higher than the middle, and you will see how much more control you have and how much harder you can hit like that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.